Hey, just a heads up, I'm canceling the 130-person company retreat reservation at your inn.
Good afternoon, Mr. Thompson. I received your message about canceling the reservation. Could you clarify the timing? The check-in is already scheduled for today.
Nice to see you can write properly now. You're using such formal language, it almost makes you sound professional.
As this is a business matter, I'd like to keep things professional. The reservation is for 130 guests with check-in scheduled in just a few hours. We need to understand the reason for cancellation to process this appropriately.
Oh, now you want to be professional after abandoning your position without proper handover? That's rich.
Mr. Thompson, I provided 2 months' notice and I've completed all pending projects. Could we please just focus on the current situation? What's the reason for the last-minute cancellation? I need to know so I can report it properly.
Playing dumb doesn't suit you. Though I guess being dumb isn't really playing for you. You really think I made this reservation for legitimate business purposes?
Are you saying you made this reservation with the intention to cancel at the last minute? Just to be clear, this isn't due to any emergency?
You're finally catching on, aren't you? You know what's funny? The actual company retreat is happening right now at the Golden Pine Lodge. We're all having a great time, by the way.
Let me make sure I understand correctly. You deliberately made a false reservation for 130 people with the intention of canceling at the last minute. Am I correct?
Ding, ding, ding! Give the lady a prize. You always were slow on the uptake.
Do you understand what this means for our business? We've prepared food and accommodations for 130 people, all of which will go to waste.
Oh, I understand perfectly. That's exactly why I did it. The food costs alone must be astronomical, not to mention the revenue loss. Bet you're regretting leaving your cushy office job now.
Why would you do something like this? What could possibly justify deliberately trying to harm our business?
You really need to ask that kind of question after you abandoned ship, left the whole department in chaos, all because Daddy handed you an inn on a silver platter?
I followed all proper procedures when resigning. I trained my replacement. I completed all my projects. How is that abandoning ship?
Don't act so innocent now. You know how much your departure disrupted things. The new hire is useless. They can't handle half of what you did, though that's not saying much.
So this is revenge for leaving my position after giving proper notice?
The food must be getting cold by now. All those ingredients are going to waste. How many thousands of dollars is that? Hope Daddy left you enough savings to cover the losses.
This is completely unprofessional and potentially illegal.
Illegal? Please! I just changed my mind about a reservation. Nothing illegal about that. Not my fault if you can't handle a simple cancellation.
A simple cancellation of 130 people? Minutes before check-in? After we've prepared everything?
If your business is so fragile it can't handle one cancellation, maybe you're not cut out for management after all, just like you weren't cut out for corporate work.
Mr. Thompson, I need to be clear about something. This isn't just a cancellation. You've admitted to deliberately making a false reservation with the intention of causing financial harm.
Prove it! Show me the proof! Show me where I said that! All I see is a business decision to cancel a reservation. Not my problem if you can't adapt.
I have this entire conversation documented, including your admission about the real company retreat and your stated intention to cause harm.
Oh, we're getting brave, are we? Big talk from someone who couldn't even handle basic spreadsheets. Remember how many times I had to correct your work? How many overtime hours you needed just to keep up?
That's not relevant to the current situation. We're discussing your deliberate attempt to damage our business.
Oh, but it is relevant. Shows a pattern, doesn't it? Incompetence in the office, and now incompetence in running an inn. You can't even handle a simple schedule change.
This isn't a simple schedule change. This is deliberate sabotage, and I won't let you destroy what we've built here.
Built? You mean what Daddy handed you? Must be nice having everything served on a silver platter while the rest of us actually work for our positions.
You know nothing about running an inn, the hours we put in, the work we do, the staff who depend on us.
Speaking of staff, how many people will you have to lay off after this? Can't keep a full staff with no customers. Their livelihoods are on you. Should have stayed in your lane.
I won't forgive you for trying to destroy my inn like this.
Forgive me? That's so cute for you to say. You think I care about your forgiveness?
Our staff worked through the night preparing for this group. They put their hearts into making everything perfect, and you're treating it like a game.
A game? No, this is just business, survival of the fittest, and you're clearly not fit to survive.
You call this business? Deliberately sabotaging a small inn, using company resources for personal revenge.
Don't try to play hardball with me. You're out of your league. You always have been, always will be.
Mr. Thompson, I'm documenting everything. Every message, every admission, every threat.
Document away, I couldn't care less. Won't change the fact that you're about to lose everything. Wonder what Daddy would think, seeing his precious inn run into the ground by his incompetent daughter.
You can attack me all you want, but I won't let you destroy what we've built here. I won't let you hurt our staff. I won't let you tarnish my father's legacy.
Such big words! Let's see how tough you are when reality hits, when the bills come due, when the staff starts quitting, when the reviews tank!
Is this really worth it? Destroying people's livelihoods? Just because I chose a different path?
Different path? You mean the easy path? Running away when things got tough, hiding behind Daddy's business? Some of us actually earn our positions.
I earned everything I have here, every day, with every guest, with every staff member.
Save the inspirational speech won't change what's coming. Tick-tock, time's running out. You better start counting your losses. Hi, Megan, is everything all right? I passed by the kitchen and everyone seemed on edge. I left the cleaning report at the front desk since you looked busy.
George, I'm so sorry about that. We actually have a situation here, a major one.
Is this about the big group today? The corporate retreat? Kitchen staff mentioned something about preparations.
Yes, they just canceled at the last minute. All 130 people, just now.
The entire group canceled? That doesn't sound right. What happened?
It's complicated. My former boss, he made the reservation just to cancel it, to try to hurt the inn.
Your former boss did that? The one who gave you trouble before? The reason you were working those late hours?
Yes, him. He's angry I left the company. He is saying I abandoned them. Now he's trying to make us pay for it.
Does he understand what this means? For the inn, for our staff!
He knows exactly what it means. That's why he did it. All the food prep is done. Everything's ready for 130 people in less than 2 hours.
Have you contacted any other groups? Other companies maybe? Local businesses?
On such short notice, it's impossible. Even if we slash the prices, who can bring 130 people with no warning?
Hold that thought. Quick question. Would it help if we could get 130 people here today within the next 2 hours?
Well, yes, of course it would. But George, that's impossible. We can't find that many people, not this quickly anyway.
Nothing's impossible. Let me make some calls. Just keep everything ready. Don't change a thing.
George, I appreciate the thought, but we need to be realistic. The losses will be huge. Maybe we should start calculating.
Trust me on this. Give me 30 minutes. Just 30 minutes. Can you do that?
I don't see how, but yes, we can wait 30 minutes. The food's prepped anyway.
Great, that's all I need. Keep the kitchen staff ready. Tell them to stay on schedule. Everything as planned.
George, what are you thinking? What are you planning to do?
Let's just say I know some people who know some people who might appreciate a good meal. Are you having fun yet? It must be quiet there. No guests, no noise, just silence and wasted food.
Sorry, I'll have to get back to you later. We've got 130 guests arriving. I need to prepare for check-in.
Nice try, but we both know that's a lie. No one books 130 rooms at the last minute. Stop pretending.
Believe what you want. I have a business to run and actual customers to serve.
Actual customers? You expect me to believe that? Stop lying. It's pathetic.
Whether you believe it or not, I have work to do, unlike some people who spend their time harassing small businesses.
Watch your tone. You're still talking to your former superior. Show some respect.
Respect is earned, not demanded. Now, if you'll excuse me, our guests are arriving.
This is ridiculous. You can't possibly have guests. Stop this charade. Answer me.
The buses just pulled up. I really need to handle check-in. Oh, and by the way, the cancellation fee will be processed as per our policy. Have a nice day, Mr. Thompson.
What buses? What guests? This isn't possible. You're bluffing. Hello? Answer me. You can't ignore me. Everything's set. First bus arriving in 10 minutes. 2 more right behind it, just like we planned.
George, I don't know what to say. How did you manage this? Who are all these people?
Friends, family, former colleagues, people who appreciate good food and good company.
But the cost, even with the discounted rate, this must be expensive.
Don't worry about that. Just focus on giving them the same great service, like you always do. They're real guests now. Treat them that way.
Of course. Thank you, George. Thank you so much.
Save the thanks for later. Right now you've got guests to greet and an inn to run. That's what matters. Show them what this place can do.
Due to the same-day cancellation, you will be charged the full amount for 130 guests. This includes accommodation and banquet fees as per our policy.
Excuse me? You're trying to charge me after I didn't even use your services? That's theft!
Our cancellation policy is clearly stated. You agreed to it during booking, both online and over the phone. Same-day cancellations incur full charges.
This is ridiculous. I'm not paying a cent. You can't force me to pay for services I didn't use. What kind of scam are you running?
This isn't a scam. It's standard industry practice. The policy protects businesses from exactly this type of situation. Last-minute cancellations that leave us with prepared food and blocked rooms.
You're getting pretty bold for someone with such a checkered work history. Have you forgotten about your past mistakes? The ones I covered up for you?
What exactly are you referring to?
Playing dumb again? Fine, let me refresh your memory. Remember the Anderson Corp incident? That massive invoice error you made? The one that could have cost us our biggest client?
That was 3 years ago, and it was resolved.
Resolved because I fixed it, covered up your incompetence, protected you from the consequences. But maybe it's time that came to light.
Are you threatening me over a legitimate cancellation fee? Seriously?
I'm not threatening, I'm just reminding you of reality. 1 call to Anderson Corp, 1 email about that invoice. How much would that cost your old company? How much would they sue you for?
This is blackmail. You're actually trying to blackmail me over your own malicious actions.
Blackmail is such an ugly word. I'm offering you a choice. Drop this ridiculous fee or face the consequences of your past mistakes. Simple business decision.
Simple business decision? You deliberately made a false reservation. Admitted to doing it to cause harm, and now you're trying to blackmail me? How is any of this simple business?
You're still so naive. This is how the real world works. The strong survive, the weak go bankrupt. Your choice which you want to be.
Do you really think you can get away with this? That no one will notice? That there won't be consequences?
Consequences for who? The failed innkeeper or the successful corporate manager? Who do you think they'll believe?
Actually, about that, I already reported everything to your company when you refused to pay the cancellation fee.
You what? You contacted my company without my permission?
Why would I need your permission to report a fraudulent reservation made in the company's name? They seemed very interested.
You had no right! This was between us, a private matter!
A private matter? You used company resources, made reservations in the company's name. How is that private?
They won't believe you! I'll tell them about Anderson Corp, about your mistake. They'll see who you really are.
I already told them about what you did. Everything. The Anderson Corp incident, the invoice error, how it was resolved. They weren't concerned.
What? That's impossible. They would never. You're just lying.
The incident was years ago. It was resolved immediately. No damage was done, and Anderson Corp is still their client. They were more interested in your recent actions.
This isn't happening! You can't do this to me! I'm your superior! You owe me!
I don't owe you anything, except maybe gratitude, for showing me exactly who you are before I left the company.
You ungrateful little... After everything I did for you, teaching you, training you, this is how you repay me?
Teaching me? You mean harassing me, belittling me, making me work overtime, using my mistakes against me?
You needed the discipline! You were useless, incompetent! Everything you achieved was because of me!
No, Mr. Thompson, everything I achieved was despite you. And now I've achieved something else. Running an inn that won't be bullied by anyone.
This can't be happening! Administrative leave for a simple cancellation? This is outrageous!
You really think it was a simple cancellation? We both know it wasn't simple or legitimate.
Don't act so smug! This is just temporary! They can't run that project without me, they'll see!
The project you used as cover to make a fake reservation? I'm sure they're looking into that too.
You have no idea what you've done, the chaos you've caused! I'm managing crucial initiatives, critical projects!
Then maybe you shouldn't have. Used company resources for personal revenge. Just a thought.
Listen here, I did nothing wrong. This was a justified business decision to expose incompetence.
Expose incompetence by making a fake reservation? How does that work exactly?
You don't understand business. Real business, not this little in-game you're playing. Real corporate strategy.
Corporate strategy? Is that what you call harassment now? Interesting rebrand.
Don't you dare lecture me about corporate conduct! You're just a failed employee who ran away to play innkeeper!
Failed employee? I completed every project, met every deadline, despite your interference.
You really believe that? That you succeeded? Everything you did was because of me! My guidance, my protection!
Your protection? You mean your threats? Your constant criticism? Your impossible demands?
Impossible demands? I held you to proper standards, corporate standards, not this small-town inn nonsense.
You really don't see it, do you? How your behavior affects others, how it impacts people's lives.
Impact? I create impact, real business impact, not serving breakfast to tourists.
You're right about one thing. You do create impact, just not the kind you think.
What's that supposed to mean?
How many other employees have you guided like me? How many others have you protected?
Watch your tone. You're still talking to management. You're superior.
No, Mr. Thompson, you're not my superior. Not anymore, anyway. You're just a customer who refused to pay.
This treatment is unfair. They can't do this to me. Don't they understand who I am? What I contribute?
Maybe they're starting to. Maybe that's exactly why this is happening.
You think you're so clever with your little your little revenge, but I'm still here, still in my position, still your superior.
Are you still in your position? Because administrative leave suggests otherwise.
This is temporary, a formality. They need me. Unlike a replaceable employee like you, I'm valuable, essential.
If you say so, I have a business to run, real guests to serve, unlike some people on administrative leave.
You'll regret this. When I return, when I'm back in charge, you'll see what real power is.
No, Mr. Thompson, I don't think I will, because unlike you, I've moved on to better things with better people. George, I can't thank you enough for today, for everything you did, for saving the inn.
Now, what kind of talk is that? I was just doing what needed to be done, nothing special.
Nothing special? You brought 130 people here. On zero notice. That's definitely special.
I just called in some favors, and I just made a few arrangements. People were happy to help. Good food, good company, win-win for everyone.
But the cost, it must have been substantial, even with the discounted rate. Please let me reimburse you.
Don't worry about money. Old carpenter like me, been saving for years. No family to spend it on. This was worth every penny.
Still, I feel terrible. You shouldn't have to. Fix my problems. Clean up my messes.
Your problems? Your messes? This wasn't your doing. This was someone else's malice.
But if I had handled things differently, maybe if I'd given more notice or trained my replacement better.
Stop that right now. You did everything right. Gave proper notice, trained your replacement, followed all procedures. This is on him, not you.
He got administrative leave, that's all. After everything he did. Seems too light.
Administrative leave? For now. But things have a way of working themselves out.
What do you mean? Do you know something about what's happening?
Let's just say I've been around a while. I know how things work. People talk, word spreads.
I'm worried, George. He's still angry. He is still threatening me. What if he tries to do something else?
Let him try. He'll find out. This inn isn't as defenseless as he thinks.
But with his position, his influence, his connections.
Position? Influence? You'd be surprised how quickly those can change when truth comes out.
The truth? About what?
About everything. The harassment, the abuse of power, the malicious actions. Truth has a way of finding daylight.
You seem very sure about what's coming, like you know something. I don't.
Just experience. I've seen it before. People like him think they're untouchable until they're not.
I just want it over. Want to focus on the inn, on our guests, on doing things right.
And you will! Trust me on this. Focus on your work. Let karma handle the rest.
Karma? Since when do you believe in karma?
Since I learned, sometimes karma needs a little push in the right direction.
George, what did you do?
Me? I'm just an old carpenter, former carpenter, now just a humble custodian. What could I do?
A humble custodian who somehow found 130 people on 2 hours' notice.
Like I said, been around a while, know some people who know some people, that's all.
I don't deserve this. All this help, all this support.
Now that's where you're wrong. You deserve every bit and more. You're family, and family protects family. Good evening, this is Richard Thompson from Morrison Corp. Are you George Wilson? That's right, I'm Wilson, and you are? I didn't catch the name. Richard Thompson! We need to discuss something. The situation with our subcontractors. They're refusing to work with us, saying it's on your orders. Ah, yes, I did give those orders, quite right. You can't do this! You have no authority! This is interference with legitimate business! Legitimate business? Is that what you call it? Interesting perspective from someone who makes fake reservations to hurt small businesses. What do you know about that? Who told you? Who told me? I was there! Work at that inn, the one you tried to destroy, remember? You work there? As what? Some kind of spy? Spy? No, nothing so dramatic. Just the custodian. The one who found 130 guests on short notice. Remember them? That was you? You brought those people? It must have cost a fortune. Why would you? Why? Because it was right. Because that inn matters to a lot of people, including me. This is ridiculous. You're just a custodian. You can't interfere with corporate relations. Just a custodian. Maybe. But before that, I was a carpenter for 40 years. I built a lot of connections and trained a lot of people who now run companies. Interested how that works? Are you threatening me over some stupid inn? Do you know who I am? I know exactly who you are. A bully who abuses power, who hurts people for sport. This is absurd! I demand you reverse this! Get the contractors back or face consequences! Consequences? Like the ones you threatened Megan with? Like the blackmail? The harassment? She told you? About our private matters? That's unprofessional. She'll regret that. More threats! You never learn, do ya? Always the same pattern. Threaten, intimidate, abuse. I've done nothing wrong. Everything was justified for business reasons. Business reasons? Is that what you tell yourself? To sleep at night after hurting people? I'm being fired? Over this? They can't do that! I'm essential, critical to operations! Essential? No one's essential who abuses power, who hurts others for personal vendetta. This will ruin me, my career, my reputation, everything I've built! Everything you've built on fear, on intimidation, on hurting others? Good riddance. Please, I'll pay the fee. I'll apologize. Just call off the contractors. Give me another chance. Another chance to hurt more people? To abuse more staff? No, your time is done. The harassment complaints, they're all coming out now. Years of them. This isn't fair. Not fair? Like what you did to Megan and others for years? This is justice!
George, Mr. Thompson paid the full cancellation fee, plus damages, and I heard about his termination.
Did you now? Interesting news. Things have a way of working out.
But why? Why such severe punishment for one cancellation?
One action opens many doors, shows true character, reveals hidden patterns of behavior.
I suppose you're right. At least it's over now. We can focus on the inn, on our real work.
About that, could I take tomorrow off? I want to visit your father's grave, share some good news.
Dad's grave, but it's not the anniversary.
Some news, can't wait. Need to tell him about his daughter, how strong she's become, how well she's doing, how proud he'd be.
After his termination, Mr. Thompson had to sell all his assets to pay the cancellation fee and damages, while he barely managed to clear his debts. He couldn't find new employment, and the harassment complaints led to settlement costs and legal fees that left him in poverty. Meanwhile, I continue to be busy managing the inn. However, all our staff are kind and supportive, and we work together as one to protect the inn. I'm truly grateful to everyone, and though I still have much to learn, I hope one day I can properly repay their kindness.